Hi everybody, my YouTube family. It's Angie here, Yoga Dragon. Um, so I'm going to do um, a reading for Taurus today, and I'm going to use um, not only the tarot, which is a form of divination, but I'm going to use my handmade set of runes that I made back in the early 1990s. I've been having some luck with these. I used to use them every day for like a year or two, and they were accurate. But this was back in the 1990s. Um, yeah, I'm going to do a Thor's hammer for you. So what I want you to do, Taurus, while I'm smudging the crystals and connecting, is I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down your question, but keep it handy because you may want to jot down a couple things because this isn't just for a week. This is ongoing. Just in case, have a pencil and paper ready just in case. But actually, it's not required as long as you know exactly what your uh, exactly what your question is. That'll work. You don't have to get a pencil and paper. I used to be a school teacher, so I'm a little bit like this. Okay. Okay, Taurus, take a breath in. I pulled out a tarot deck that I bought 3 years ago, and I'm just now breaking it in. It's a little bit of an advanced deck. They have French couplets, and the symbolism is meaningful. And they call, the swords and the cups and the discs, they call them different things, moons, spheres, and sun. So that's what makes it a little bit tricky. We're not going to read the French. I could. Maybe down the road I will when but for now I want to focus on your question. And I may use the book on this because there's a lot of stuff in here that isn't in the normal, like the Rider-Waite deck and stuff like that. It has visions and it has, the meanings are very deep. And this deck does take reversals. And I'm also going to pull, I'm going to do 5 of these tarot cards right next to the runes. Then I'm going to pull you an oracle card from this deck, which I love. Deep Knowing with an owl, and that's sweet. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. This is a new deck as well. And here's the book. Okay, it's by Colette Baron Reed, Wisdom of the Oracle. And then, depending on the time, if we're still around 20 or 30 minutes, I have, of course, the deck that everybody uses, the Romance Angels. Yeah, so we'll do one of these. This one's by Doreen Virtue. Okay. Right, Taurus? I'm just going to cleanse my runes and then we'll get started. And as long as you're clear, what your question is for today. We can get started. All right. We're going to do the runes first. Taurus. Taurus is a very strong sign. Taurus is an earth sign. I'm having a bad hair day. Taurus is an earth sign. The runes, basically, I made this set out of tiles. It's handmade set. You would have thought I would be doing it. I don't even know if YouTube was around back in the 1990s. I really don't. You would have thought I'd be using this on YouTube. They're fun. These are really fun. I'll tell you a little bit about the runes while I'm shuffling. So here's how the story goes. They wanted to preserve the runic oracles for the use of modern day humans. So the Norse god Odin hung from a tree upside down and gave his life to preserve this form of divination. That might be kind of an outrageous story, but that's how the story goes. And I wanted you to know that. Um, hmm. Taurus, I just got a quick message. We're going to put this back. You got the Hermit in reverse, so you're coming out of a period of being alone, retracting from the world, introspecting, and working through some, could be some emotional upset in your world. So I'll be mindful when I'm reading. I don't want to say anything that would trigger you. Okay, let's put this back in the deck. Get started here. I have a master sheet on these runes. I'll have these memorized in no time. I only need to read them once or twice because I use these a lot in the past. But so, are you ready, Taurus? Thor's hammer is 5 of these, and I'm going to lay 5 tarot cards right next to them. That's how we're going to do this and see what happens. So the very first tile that comes out, this is the Elder Futhark. This is an ancient alphabet full of symbolism, just like these cards. What is your current situation, Taurus, regarding your question? What's your current situation? Okay, you got 2. That's how this works. You got Fehu and Jira. I lost a couple, so I have a couple in paper until I can remake them. What this is telling me, I haven't laid a card down yet. Your current situation is that you're either at the tail end of working on a project, or you might be going to school, and that this has taken a year, an entire season, or a season for you to complete. And it has to do with Fehu is the first rune in the alphabet, and it has to do with wealth and prosperity in today's times. Back in the day, like the biblical days, wealth was in the form of livestock. Okay. Or you may be thinking about going back to school, online school or something, and it may take you a year or a season to complete whatever your idea is, Taurus. And as a Jira, the year is saying that it may take a season or possibly a year. But it's cyclical cycles. That makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and do a card on this, right? We'll do it. This is how we'll do it because there's 5 of them. Came right over. Okay. Regarding your current situation, okay, Taurus, you have the 5 of Wands. So what this card is telling me regarding your situation is that there may be some people around you or spying on you over social media or talking petty in the workplace. This is about petty arguments, conflict, and these are people around you, Taurus, naysayers. So you may be feeling like you're defending yourself against some people that are bringing on some negativity. You keep going and doing what you're doing, okay, Taurus? That's the current situation. Now, the second rune is what you can change about your situation, Taurus. What you can change. Okay? You've got the dice cup. Her throw the dice cup. How about that? I can't believe this came out. It's a dice cup. This 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 rune is telling me that there's an element of chance that you have to be willing to accept that you may not be consciously aware of where your future is headed. But this gives an element of chance, which also could mean that no matter what's going on in the world around you, if you can always alter your circumstances by changing your mind, changing your behaviors and thought patterns, and how you react or respond to things. That's what this is kind of telling me. That's what you can change. The third position is kind of unusual. It's what you can't change. What you can't change regarding your inquiry, your question, Taurus. Okay, here it is. Wow, you got Ansooth. Okay, I know exactly what this is. It's telling me, and then we'll get a tarot card. Ansooth. This is the most mythical of all the letters, and there's 25 letters in this alphabet. 25 of these tiles that I made. Can you imagine getting a countertop this color? These are from back in the day color samples. Most mystical. I'm going to read this from the master sheet for you. Now this is what you can't change. Are you ready? Okay, Taurus. Ansooth is the most mystical of all the symbols in the Elder Futhark. It represents the mouth of the god Odin, who I told you about, and modern day rune magicians. It signifies truth, verbal expression, and clarification. Inquirers, which is you, Taurus, who draw Ansooth should take heed. An important message is coming to you. Okay, Taurus. This one came out. I'm getting the same ones. This is pretty neat. They're giving me some confidence to work with these. What you can't change, Taurus, is that you're getting a message from the spirit realms. Now, be assured that you're connected and that you just look for the signs. It could come through nature, your higher self, your spirit guides. This could come to you in a dream. So you might want to use a dream journal, Taurus. Man, I'm having a bad hair day. It might come to you in through your pastor or your priest, if you can get out and see him. I think all the churches are locked down. It could come to you again in nature through the angelic realms. Even just speaking to a friend or someone that you meet perchance. Pay attention and take heed, Taurus, because a message is going to come to you from spirit. You'll know because you might get a tingling or a nudge or a knowing, but my message to you is do not second guess yourself, because there's a lot of astrological alignments right now that are supporting this work and our spiritual growth and our self-empowerment. So whether you just completed a year or a cycle of learning, or whether you are just now currently deciding to study, be assured that you will be successful and that you will be prosperous and make money doing this. This will help your finances, whatever your question is about. So these are, so far we've done well with these. I don't feel that I need to pull a tarot card on these two, and there's two more yet here. We're doing pretty good. We're at 13 minutes. So the fourth out of the 5 positions is recent developments. Concerning your question, Taurus, okay, and you would know because these are recent. You'll know if this resonates because the first one, your current position and your recent events, if they're not spot on, then if you're not getting anything from this, then this isn't for a particular Taurus. But most likely, whoever is going to resonate with this is being led to my channel. Oh, and by the way, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela LaMarche. Yeah, welcome here. Always trying to inspire people, teach them that not to second guess themselves, because I do it too. Okay, position number 4, recent happenings for you. You'll know if this is resonates. Okay, we got one. Whoa. Whoa, Taurus. You got Hagalaz. Now, none of these runes are bad. They're neutral, but this is an ice storm. This is a deep freeze. If you're asking about, if you were all wondering about a romantic relationship, and this is recent, there may be a separation because this is a deep freeze. Regarding your question, what's recently, and this is just what's recently happened, and this could pass by in a night, but there's been some icy deep freeze. We're going to read this from the master sheet. This is Hagalaz. Okay, Taurus? You'll know if this resonates. Let's read it, okay? Here it is, Hagalaz. In opposition to Wunjo, which is joy, is Hagalaz or hail. In its icy storm, the inquirer, you may have just suffered a setback, Taurus. No, it's a setback. It's nothing permanent. You may have just recently suffered a setback. It's saying, or some hardship, and it could be some financial hardship. And this actually makes sense because we just went through that lockdown. So don't lose faith, Taurus. However, Taurus, change and liberation are part of its message. Okay? If this is a current recent development, situations or upheavals, if you handle them wisely, Taurus, they will lead to a brighter future. So maybe you are just now deciding to study or go back to school or start a brand new job, and it might take a year to get the income in a high profit mode. So I wish you the best of luck with that. So you'll have a bright future, symbolizing the Norse concept of a cosmic ice egg filled with magical powers. However, ready? Hagalaz promises joy and warmth, but only after a thaw. So yeah, you're in a season here. Yeah, this reading is making sense. As I said, we're going to recap this. We're at 17 minutes. Let's pull the last one, and I'm not worried too much about these tarot cards. I'm going to pull you a romance angel and an oracle message, and it's going to tie in. Okay. Okay, the last runic tile I'm going to pull for you, symbol, is the potential future outcome. Okay. I got 2 of them. Oh, wow, great. These, it's amazing how these work. And you have Othello paired with day gods of the day. Let me show you these. I like the colors on the back. Remember when they used to chain all those color tiles and they'd bring them into your kitchen and you could pick one? This is day gods, and you have it paired with Othello. So let me tell you what this means. And we're gonna definitely take a card on this. So Taurus, Othello has to do with your ancestors. Okay. And day gods is the day. It's when at the break of dawn, Taurus, when everything is clear and illuminated. And at some point in your future, I can't tell you exactly when. It could be through your dreams. It could be through these cycles. You may be receiving many, many revelations. This is a card of revelation, this day card. And also, it is saying that you're going to go through some intense transformations here, Taurus. Intense, like the heat of the sun, because this talks about when pain and pleasure meld together. This talks about when light and dark aspects of the psyche or the self meld together. The day is talking about when life and death meld together. It's kind of deep. Just think on it. It'll come to you. Maybe this is part of your message, what this means. And as far as the answers go, this could be it's asking you to examine what you have learned from your elders, Taurus, and your ancestors through dreams, etc. And it's also familial property. And it's also, if you're a professional, maybe you're a doctor or something, and there's a lineage of doctors in your family, or carpenters or whatever that could be. It talks about your profession as well, or you could be have psychic abilities that you're working on. So it's kind of neat. Let's take, as I said, let's take some cards on this here. I'm going to take one from this pile and one from this pile. Put this pile up. Cut it. Okay. Spirits, please, one card to help Taurus out here. Future, possible future out. Well, that one wanted to come out. Taurus, I have great news for you. I have wonderful news about your future, and I believe this. This is an ancient deck full of symbolism, but if you look closely, you'll see that this is the Sun card. And if you've been watching tarot card readings, you know that this is the best card in the deck. It's the happiest card in the deck. This Sun card here is going to radiate warmth and positivity to everything that I've shown you so far. Okay? Now this ice storm, this is a difficult one, but you're going to do this. You're going to have, after you get through your year of studying, you're going to have be glad you did it. You're going to have some wealth and prosperity. So hang in there. I hope that this finds somebody that and it inspires you to keep up the great work. That's Sun card. We're at 22 minutes. One from this deck, please. Leave it down here. Okay, a card, please, Spirit. For my Taurians. It comes out for you. I don't like to rush this because it's in the beginning. It's hard to make sure that the right card flips over or separates from the deck. Maybe it needs to be reversed. Here, I'm going to take all three of these. I'm going to take all three of these for you, Taurus. Okay. Okay, you're not quite at the end of a cycle of completion, Taurus. You're still working through some things. You haven't quite completed your work. That's why this card came in the reverse. The completed world. If you know tarot cards, this is a tarot deck. This is a different. I thought it was the Ace of Cups, but no, this is the Universe card. So either you're having a hard time completing some lessons, okay, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody here is perfect, and nobody here is finished. Not on this planet. Yeah, so you're still working on some karmic completions. This could be in a relationship or with respect to inner conflict. What else do you have here? Stars. Oh, great. You got another 5 card in the reverse. You got the 5 of discs. You're coming out of a time of feeling left out in the cold, Taurus, and having perhaps this is a lack card. Perhaps this lockdown really affected you and impacted you. That's what I'm getting. It's fairly obvious, but you're coming out of that. So you have a great attitude. Great attitude. Stars. You have the 9 of Swords. Okay, okay, Taurus. I know you're okay. I know what's happening with this. If you, this is the Nine of Swords in a traditional. These cards are just so deep, and I'm going to read this from the book too, the visions with this, because it'll help you take a look at things. Always be gentle on yourself and be neutral when you're surveying your life, how you've been planting your garden. The Nine of Swords. This is the card of sleepless nights, should have, could have, would have, anxiety, wringing of the hands. So since this one runes, this dice cup here goes with this, you can change this. The Nine of Swords, this is all in your head, Taurus. This isn't, it's all thoughts in your head. It's not necessarily real. So what you can change here with this dice cup is if you can let go of things. Now, there's a lot of things I haven't let go of, and this is a lifetime of work for me, but I give these things over to Spirit, these burdens that I can't forgive or I can't let go of. A trauma. You may have been through a trauma, or maybe somebody in your family, Taurus. You may have gone through a kind of an ugly breakup with a lover or a romantic partnership, because some of these cards have hinted at that, Taurus. You didn't get the Three of Swords, the heartbreak card, but then again, I didn't really draw a card for you on each one of these. But for some of you, Taurus, I'm feeling to let you know that I am picking up that some of you did go through a heartbreak situation. The Three of Swords is one of the most difficult in the deck for me personally. It could take me 2 years to get over a relationship, but it's not going to take you 2 years. Not going to take you 2 years. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, since we were talking about relationships, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do one romance, 2 of them for you. Maybe a past and then a present. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of Palo Santo. Thanks for your patience, Taurus. I want to give you something that's accurate here, and that'll help you out. Bring your spirits up a little bit. Okay. The smudge smells like a campfire. This smells kind of heavenly. This brings in, makes way for the angelic realms to come in. This takes away negativity. This brings in positivity. Taking away the negative or bringing in the positive, it's 2 sides of the same coin. Okay. Your dice cup was spinning around. All right, I'm going to give this a couple shuffles, okay, Taurus? Couple shuffles here. Your back. Just 2. 2 shuffles for my Taurians. My Taurian babies, my beloved, lovely, beautiful Taurus. Taurus babies. Okay. We're going to, romance angels, please. Cherubim, can you come in with any messages for Taurus? Past romantic partnerships or situations. Past for Taurus, please. Past. Present or past. Anything, any information, insight, anything you would like to share with Taurus? Romance angels? Regarding their question? Whatever it might have been. Here we go. This one wants to come out. Okay. You've been trying to manifest a soulmate, Taurus. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, Taurus, your prayers and affirmations and your visualizations help bring you together with your soulmate. That just gave me shivers. So you've been praying and trying to bring in someone special, someone that who is a friend and a lover, somebody that you can do things with. Great. Keep doing that. But when you do that, this is very important since you got the Nine of Swords. Should have read the visions, but come out of this Nine of Swords if you can. Do whatever it can to play soothing music, to go out into nature, to dance to rock and roll, whatever it takes to get your mind off your worries and your anxieties, Taurus. Try to take care of yourself, okay? Or as they would tell you in got your next card. As they would tell you in 12-step groups, folk, instead of trying to, if you get stuck in problems about your life, go, if you help another human being, maybe a child, it takes your mind off yourself and spirit comes in and gives you a break and a release. So you're, for your present and future, Taurus, you got this card, beautiful card. It says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, Taurus. A lot of people are honored when we ask them for help. That's a big thing, to be able to give. You want to be able to give and take. Okay, well, since we are only at 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and pull these oracle cards. These are the ones I worked with intimately. These ones are very important to me, to the reading, because it's going to tie some of this together, if that makes sense. Okay. Taurus. One shuffle is all we need for Taurus. The last card, let's take a little bit more information on this question, this inquiry, and this situation. What can you, we tell Taurus that's accurate, that will help Taurus? Spirit. Okay. One card. The right one comes out. It'll come out if that's the one that's supposed to come out. I'm going to keep shuffling. There it is. Oh, wow. Just like I was telling you about helping other people out. It's not just helping other people out. You have the community card. This is about getting around like-minded people, okay? Whether it's online or in person, community. This is a beautiful card. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you from the book. That'll make more meaning, and then we'll wrap this up. Community. This one's come out before. Wow. Oh, it goes by the number. This is card number 8. Sorry, excuse me, Taurus. A little bit slow. Yeah, I'm going through some things as well. Okay. Here you go, Taurus. I'm going to read all of it for you because there's relationship, there's the oracle message, then there's the also the prosperity message, and your reading is about prosperity, and there's a protection message. So it's only half an hour. People are going to stay for the end, then they're going to stay for the end. So I'm going to do this right and read these. Okay, Taurus, the essential meaning of the community card: belonging, being seen and understood by others, and it did say ask your friends for help. Like-minded connections, as I told you, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world, Taurus. Ask for help. Oracle's message. It signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know that we are useful to our families and communities. In a community, everybody has an important function, and they belong. I'm going to skip ahead to the relationship message. Ready? You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with somebody or some that you don't share. And you are going through a little bit of an ice storm right now. It doesn't have to be permanent. There are times when you follow one person and they lead, and times when you lead and they follow you, Taurus, right? The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance. And there could be some codependent issues, the dance between one person and another. They're using the words poetically. Accepting the truth in this dice cup, as I was saying, Accept the truth that everybody has flaws in this stance. You're also being asked, Taurus, to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. Dynamics you don't want to repeat, Taurus. Do not beat yourself up. You came to this reading, it means you're willing to do the inner work. And you're coming out of this. You're going to meet community and feel familiar with the group, and that's going to help you get out of that first card, that Hermit in reverse, that very first one that flipped over, that I didn't lay down, but I knew it was a message for you. This is tying it together. You're in the perfect place, Taurus, to make changes. The Dice Cup, in order to experience the best version that you can be, either by yourself or with that other person. So don't give up. Just maybe pull back and take a break from this relationship. Now, here's the prosperity message. Since you got Fehu, because this is a rune of prosperity and wealth. Whenever you're in a community of like-minded others, there's a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. Abundance isn't always money. And if you've ever been emotionally down and out, you know how valuable a friend is to talk to. Okay? That's what this card is saying. Instead of saying, what can you get from the group, say, what can I give to the group? Figure out a need and look to fill it. If what manifests is small, it is a sign that the doors of opportunity will swing open wider. There's also another message of this card to consider, Taurus. Don't try to be all things to all people. Choose your role and be true to it, and serve from a sense of authenticity. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing you have a purpose. You know, this even relates to the Jira, where it said that you were going to begin studies and that it would be cyclical. You're learning a lot right now. You have a lot going on, Taurus. This reading was all over the place, but that's because this is, I call this an abundance when anything can come out. Money, relationships, anything can come out. So this ended up being a prosperity and a romantic reading for you, Taurus. I'm going to end it here. So to recap, you're going to be in your studies. You're going to let go of some of your anxieties, work on that, and you're going to be work. If you're looking at a group or being called to go hang out with, I don't know, maybe a baseball team, whatever's going on, maybe a musical band if you play a musician, Taurus. Spirit is guiding you and guiding me to tell you, and as confirmation that this is something that is going to give you a great sense of purpose and self-fulfillment. And don't forget to ask your friends for help. And call in your soulmate. If you call in your soulmate, right, this new person for you, male or female, could be also within this new community group. And as I was saying about, and then I'll let you go, not to be preachy, in 12-step groups, they tell you whenever you're in your head about yourself, get out of yourself and help another human being. Or in this case of this card, go out into the community. And when you start serving others, you will fill up with joy. There's no other way that spirit can't have that happen, because God is a wish-fulfilling tree, and you can never outdo God in giving of love and time and service, because as you do that, your cups are filled, Taurus. So I hope somebody gets to this and gets some kind of message out of it. I just wanted to do some kind of reading today to keep myself busy. And I'll see you in about a month, Taurus, for another reading. Okay, enjoy your summer. Good luck with your studies. And getting out to the nature and community and let your friends help you. All right, goodbye.